hey, so what's going on here with our Botox? Are we going to the same lady? And the person will say, why? Why do you ask? I'll be like, because it looks like you're doing something different and I'm not into it.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. All right, guys, here we are in the not so big show. It is the pregame show, but we got a lot happening on the big show, so stay tuned for that. You submit your questions, we give you our best answers, and try to make you laugh all at the same time.
Should we just tell people who are on the big show? Should we tell them? Fine. We won't make it a tease. Drum roll.
I wish we could play his walk-up song.
Okay, here's a tease. He wore the number 2. He won 5 World Series. He is the captain. Erin, do the voice.
Derek Jeter
is our guest on the big show, and there's no bigger guest that we could get than Derek Jeter. He will join us, so you guys please listen to that. It's a 2-parter. It's so good. We could have asked him 700 million questions, but he's got 4 children, so enjoy that. It's what have we got, sister?
I'm worried, like, in the middle of it, I called him Jeter instead of Derek. I was so worried about that going into it, because you kind of forget, like, everybody calls him Jeter, but it's like, that's not his first name. And
but he's
I'm really
so cool,
now
he doesn't
worried.
care. You know what I had to stop and think about? I had to stop and think about, because to me, it's just Derek Jeter. It's like all one name. It's like Oprah Winfrey. And it's so...
That's how I was with Josh Allen.
Okay, right. Because just calling him Derek or just calling him Josh, right? Singular is weird. But when I asked him and I said, how is it with all the chaos and I had to think about his last name, because it's always just Derek Jeter. So I was like, the Jeter household ? Anyways, so much fun. Enjoy that. It's on the big show. But right now we answer your guys' questions. You guys are so great to submit them. Here you go. E. Luff. Do you buy your dogs Christmas gifts? I'm guilty every year. Of course I buy my dogs Christmas gifts. Those are my children. They get so many. In fact, I can't, like most gifts that I buy, I get so excited to give them to the prospective person and or animal. I don't even wait for Christmas. So all the shit that I already bought these dogs, they already have. There's like 17 bones and stuffed animals in the yard right now. So yes.
I love it. Yeah, we get Howie gifts. He already has stuff in his stocking. So perfect.
I bought
Easy.
Howie gifts. So yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Duh, he's my nephew.
H. Smith photo. It's not the holidays without what sweet treat. I like the peanut butter cookies. I'm going to try to make them tonight, actually, with the Hershey Kiss. I also like the 7-layer bars. But in our house, I think I've told this story before, we call them gag bars because they're so sweet. They make you gag. I love them.
So that's how it is in your household at the holidays. Good for you. I love the Hershey Kiss and the peanut butter. My mom used to make those all the time. I also really love, my grandma used to make their no-bake. It's like with like the oats that you would make and oatmeal cookies and chocolate, but you don't bake them. And they're so yummy. I got to get a recipe for them. Anyways, those
that sounds like Maya style.
They're no bake. You just like put them in and they harden and they're delicious. But also the classic sugar cookies that you frost with and you like decorate them as snowmen or all the other things. Adorable. We've got Kimberly and
This is a good question.
My BFF is getting too much fillers or Botox. Is it rude to tell her how should I bring it up? Are you Kimberly and Ken? I feel like there's been a time where you have wanted to say this to me, because I've said multiple times on this podcast that I was going to the wrong person and I just kept saying yes to whatever she was doing. And pretty soon I looked like a kitty cat. So how should she bring it up to her? This is a little tough.
I don't think you can.
Yes, you do.
I don't think you can.
Okay, here's how I would do it. As someone who's been on the other side of this, I'll tell you how you should do it. You should say, and again, depending on how sassy or transparent you are with one another, I would say, hey, so what's going on here with our Botox? Are we going to the same lady? And the person will say, why? Why do you ask? I'd be like, because it looks like you're doing something different and I'm not into it. And I would just get right to the chase. You don't have to say too much. You just have to say, what's going on here? Are we going to the same person? Now, if she gets offended, too bad. I'm in a real, if you get offended, I don't care kind of a thing, because then I'm not your friend. If I'm not telling you the truth, then I'm not your friend. And somebody's got to do it. So just cut to the chase.
I
She's not into
remember
that.
doing a photo shoot with you, and I really thought you got your lips done because they look so voluminous. And then I was like, I was more offended that you didn't tell me that you got your lips done because I wanted to like know about it. And then you were like, it's the lip gloss. And I was like, well, now I'm even more offended that you didn't tell me what lip gloss you're using to make them look that juicy.
Sure did. I mean, we're talking like 6 years ago, same person that was making me look like a cat was like, oh, we could put a little bit in your lips. This is like 6 years ago. I was like,
did you do it?
So she put it in there. And the second she did, I said, I don't want that. I'm freaking out. So she put saline in and it diluted it. And I was so freaked out about what I would look like because my father would be like, don't turn into one of those people. So I was like, that's the one area we leave alone. Little Botox, no more fillers. I don't do that anymore either. But I do like those little, I get the strings that pull it back and I can tell when I'm not getting it because it's,
but you said
jowly.
It hurts really bad, right?
It hurts terribly. If you can't handle pain, then the strings are not for you. No strings attached. Next.
Fine. Good NSYNC album. Summer Weinberg, we need a Howie Mack update. Are they besties yet? No. And he's not aggressive towards him. He just doesn't care and he's jealous. Howie, not Mac. We are going to start Solid Foods pretty soon. And I think that is going to be the big breakthrough.
Wow. Because then when he drops it, then Howie's going to get excited and thinks he's dropping it for him.
And golden retrievers are food motivated. I mean, he'll keep doing the bottle, but we're going to start with like the whole oatmeal and avocado situation.
God, why am I acting? I'm going to cry. He's already growing up. He looked 15 in those pictures. Don't cry for me, Argentina. He was wearing this vest and this stocking. And I was like, when did he go to college? And I missed it. We've
cute.
Got Adeline, 5.
This is great.
Talking about dating someone with your brother's name, I can do one better. My dad was Frank Jr., my brother, Frank III. I married a guy named Frank, and his dad was Frank too. And our son is Frank IV. It's terrible. But he also so good looking when I met him. I didn't care what his name was. That's fantastic. I love that. Frank the Tank,
a lot of Franks
all around. So you've got to have a nickname for some because there's just a lot of confusion. Mm-hmm. Which Frank are we talking about? Especially if we're talking dad, brother, husband, and kid. My mom's side of the family named all their kids with C's and K's. So it was Carl, Carla, Kyle, Christopher, Carissa, like too many. And then my grandma would just say whatever your name is at this point. So Adeline Lynn, 5, I need an update. Do we have nicknames for them? Because this is very confusing, especially at this time of year when you're writing names on presents.
Frankie Babes, Frankola.
Yeah, all the things.
Poor Mac has turned into Roni Rones, the Ronersons.
I love a nickname.
It's wild.
It's adorable.
Oh, yeah.
This guy has a nickname, our big show guest. It's the captain, and he is the one
man.
And only Derek Jeter. Enjoy the big show, everyone, and we will see you next week. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.